looks pretty good there. What'd you put on the? What's that there on the hamburger there?
Special sauce.
Can't tell. No, there's something else other than sauce on there.
Huh?
Something else other than sauce.
You talking about the onions?
Yeah, oh, that's what it is?
Yeah, flaked onions.
What are those potato sticks that he had me get? I've never had those. Said you got to have them for hot dogs.
Those are the ones you get at the salad bar.
I thought those.
They have them at salad bars?
No, I've never seen them. I've never seen it. He said get potato sticks for my hot dogs. I never heard of it.
Not on a hot dog.
Well, yeah, I've never heard of it. Well, I don't eat salad, so that's probably why I've never heard of it.
Good job cooking, Jess.
Quarter of 6.
Thank you, Jesse.
Yeah, thanks, Jesse. I don't know. Did you cook those hamburgers or do you just throw them on there and take them back off?
Yeah, I just took them out of the package and brought them up
Thanks
here.
for lunch, Cameron.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Cameron.
I'm telling you, this
Weirdo.
smoker cooks them so much differently. It doesn't take the
Yeah.
color out of the meat.
Danny?
What?
Danny's, yours is still red, huh? Inside?
Just a little pink. It's okay.
Danny, anything to say for the fans?
30,000, baby.
Tell Danny I like pink.
Yeah, that's good. I like pink. It's good. I don't wear it, but I like it. Might have wore it back in the 80s, but not now.
Troy?
My tutus were only ever pink.
That's weird, man.
I know.
That's weird. You still wear them?
Mm-hmm.
You do? Only when you play the guitar?
No. Not out in public,
Cameron.
just at the house.
Oh.
That's Facebook, Troy.
Facebook Troy. He's not allowed to have Facebook.
I've been
He's
silent.
in jail.
I don't even think he's in jail. I think he's just totally
No, I'm
terminated.
silent. I've been eliminated from the Facebook.
Oh,
They shipped him to a different
congratulations.
country.
That's
Huh?
good.
They shipped him to a different country.
I've been deleted.
That's bad, Troy. You know, I've never had a ban on Facebook.
Man,
I've gotten 24 hours a couple times, but I never got the 30 days in jail like everyone else.
Yeah, but now they just banned you. They didn't get.
30 days yet. I got 7.
You got 7 days?
I got 7 days in Facebook jail. I wore it like a badge of honor.
You guys are criminals, man.
Hey, I speak my mind down there when it comes to certain subjects, and people don't like what I say.
Well, I don't like
I'll type something in on there, and it keeps getting worse and worse. And they'll put it on there, and they'll say, your post does not conform to community standards. And, and then it says, do you agree with this or disagree? That's what I disagree.
Oh, that's perfect. We don't have to cut
That's
it.
how you get
And
banned.
then
I like
the
it.
person, well, it gives me a chance to edit it first. And then I'll look at the words I put in, and I'll take out one of the nasty words I put in there and see if they'll take it then.
Eddie, for the YouTube, anything to say for the fans, for you?
Me?
Yeah. It's all right. You don't have a haircut. You can still talk on here. You don't want to be on here because of the haircut?
Hey, look at me. I'm not scared to be on here, and I got bad hair day every day there is.
Danny, I'm going to put that picture of that bird in this video right here to see if people think you look like that bird.
Which one?
I'm gonna put the picture in right now.
Man.
Tell me it doesn't look like that bird.
Tell Hank Cameron.
Hey, I have
Hey, did you see that? Speaking of birds,
I have limited options when it comes to hair.
I hear you. Me too. Mine's all gray, so. Hey everyone, and welcome back to CJ Race Cars YouTube channel. I just want to give you guys a little update on the Scion. It's Saturday. Chew's here doing some wiring. We got a bunch assembled on this thing this week. All the hoses are on, the brake lines are on, all the sensors are on. It's starting to come together pretty good. Got some more stuff back from the powder coat. All the steering's done. Dry sump cans on. Throttle linkage is done. Should be pretty close. I think, Chew, you got to go on vacation
Yeah, I gotta go to vacation.
next week?
Yeah, next
You
week.
got to go on vacation right in the middle of our build like we got nothing going on over here.
We just start something just to, get it going to the fella until I come back.
Yeah, so probably next week he's going on vacation, so we'll probably put the body on it Monday or Tuesday, finish the body stuff, get it down to Mike for the wrap, and by the time it's done with wrap, Chew will be back and we'll finish wiring it up. When Chew finishes wiring it, we're gonna have Eric come over, do the clutch, check the clutch stuff because it's Eric Wazinski's clutch that he makes, set all that kind of stuff up, and just kind of go over everything. He's just going to go over the motor, make sure everything's good, and fire it up, put a tune in it, and fire it up.
Yeah, pretty easy, yeah.
Shouldn't be bad, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a nice team.
So this thing's coming together pretty good. I just want to let Chew explain to you kind of what he's doing with the wiring.
Well, basically, I'm just, you know, making sure everything is going from the computer to whatever has to come to the injector section, to the fuse box, and whatever the computer has to do to manage the line lock, the brake line lock, and of course everything that is got to be towards the engine side, and whatever has to come to this side. So I'm merging everything in. That's what I'm doing right now. What else? We got a couple more things to do, but as far as this is a more complicated part, and you know, most complicated. As far as like everything right here, if something is wrong in between, it's gonna be wrong on the outside, it's gonna be wrong on the inside. So everything is gonna be tested before we actually even go on the outside, and of course whenever it comes in, then we just basically do a base tune, which I already have all the inputs and outputs set up on the computer. And after that, it's gonna be the ball running for whoever is gonna be behind the seat.
Yeah, I don't know who's gonna drive it yet, but we'll see, I guess. But it's pretty close. I'd say we're maybe realistically 2.5 weeks or so from this thing being at the track, unless something comes up. But I think we're pretty close. All the fab work's 100% done. The body just got to be put on, wrap it, finish the wiring, some small stuff, but it's coming together pretty good. We got all the pedals in, throttle linkage, like I said, throttle stop, roll out switch, clutch is in. It's all together. Batteries in, CO2, water tank, parachute stuff, roof panel, and we did a speed wire switch panel here. Everything else is fuel tech, but Chew does do a lot of the 2Js, do pretty much everything.
Yeah, I do a lot of sprung four-wheel drives, jet skis, motorcycles,
yeah,
you name it. Here in the state of Florida, some of the outside as well. But more than likely, I've been doing this lately in a sprung four-wheel drive, which is a very class that everybody goes, and that's about it, man. Like everything is the same, even in a motorcycle, in a car, or
yeah,
you name it.
And mostly fuel tech, or you do?
I do actually everything. I do Holtec, Haltech, Microtech, Poly FI. I've been doing it lately. Of course, fuel tech, and not the stock things. I would say like not the Honda stuff like originals. Or, everything is gonna be something like this. Everything is gonna be custom for everybody. It's gonna be something different. So it's not like, for instance, for a Honda, it's gonna be. I already have a mock-up for every single engine to it. Cars like this, chassis changes or whatever, but I'm trying to make something that it'll work for everybody.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, it looks really good. I met Chew. He did Daniel's Gillette, the Gillette for Daniel, which was a two-rotor.
Yeah, two-rotor.
Two-rotor, old school, pretty much a Pro Mod chassis with an old school Toyota body. I'll put a picture of that in here so you guys can see it. Car came out really good. He did all the wiring. We fired it up here. It's nice to do the wiring in-house, only because if he needs something mounted or moved, we can do it. And I feel like, you know, just that it's done here, and we can mount stuff, move stuff, put holes in a firewall, and everything's kind of done the way we like it also. So quality control's good, and he does a nice clean job of wiring. So
especially for the people that is gonna go towards the transmission, like usually Eric has to go through this side all the time to set up the clutch.
Right.
He's basically don't have anything in between to like kind of hit it or anything like that.
Right.
So that's why I put kind of everything under it, so when it goes over, you don't hit anything. That's why we did this.
Yep. Yeah, he said that's where he wanted a switch panel. He told us where he wanted all the grounds, and kind of worked with him through the build. That way, when we got to the wiring phase, it was kind of how he wanted it. So
yeah,
work together, and it works better that way. That way, we're not trying to.
Yeah, and at the end, you know, make it look clean, make it look like, you know, it's really a race car. It's $100,000, $200,000, $500,000 car. Not that everything is in the middle, and then whenever somebody sits on it, it's easy to understand everything where it's at. And that's about it, man. Like everything is plain and simple. It's good.
Yep. So I think what other wires we got to run? He's pretty much focusing on the inside right now. There's not a ton of wires that go out to the outside other than actually, injectors.
The only thing is that connector over there. You can show him.
Yeah, let me show you this connector. This connector is really nice.
that connector, and then the 2 wires on the side, which are the gray and black.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be the crank and cam. So most of the times there's problems with the vibration and the sensor and everything like that. So we just want to go ahead and do everything straight up to the point. It's simple, two connectors you just throw to the side whenever you're pulling the motor, and then the rest can easily come out with the connector, which
Through
is
that
gonna
connector
be
there.
injectors, all the sensors right here, which is going to be a separate connections for those type of sensors, line lock and everything, so we don't have to mess with the titanium firewall too much to make too many holes. And then that's about it, man. Everything's simple. Everything is simple.
Yeah, nothing
So
too crazy.
the less you have to take off is the easiest that you get to the track and fix everything.
Yeah, especially if you got to pull the motors out,
Yeah.
swap the motor quick.
That's why I put the EGT box, everything outside.
Right.
FT Spark is outside. I usually like to use it outside. But the EGTs, as far as taking the exhaust manifold off, you can just unplug them, and then you can pull the manifold off. And then right here is gonna have another connector for back pressure sensor, wastegate pressure. This don't have to be touched.
Shock
since
sensors.
it's part of the chassis. So I'll possibly just do it on the outside. So they have nothing to do with that. And then after that, it's gonna be a plain and simple thing.
Yeah, it's gonna look good. It's gonna look badass.
But yeah, everything is mock up already, and hopefully when I come back from vacation, then we'll bottom up and we'll get it running.
Yeah, got the carbon wing getting made off the aluminum panel. Off the aluminum wing we made. Brake lines are done. Everything's 100% done. It's just got to be put together. So next week, by the end of the week, it'll be up at Mike's getting wrapped. Mike said he'll have it a few days, 2 days, I think. Get it back from wrap. By then, Chew will be back, and we'll hopefully get this thing fired up. 5 seconds. You gonna run 5 seconds?
Yeah, should be easy 5-second car.
I hope so, huh?
Yep. Everything is nice and neat.
Yeah. See how much it weighs. How much do you think it's gonna weigh, Chew?
I think 2,000 pounds flat. If it's more than that, then we got a problem with all this titanium parts.
With all this fancy stuff that's for no good?
Only like 2,000 pounds most.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm curious because I've never built anything with one of these motors and trannies, so I don't really know exactly what the combo weighs or what's normal, but
Well, usually that's what you expect.
I was talking to Eric, and Eric said if we could be a 2200 with a driver, race ready with fuel, liquids, everything. Yeah.
So that's
Just
a pretty
like-
good weight over there.
Yeah. Well, I think a lot of these cars that you see the 2Js in are like old pro stock cars.
Yep.
And they have steel floors, steel firewalls, and they just kind of put the motors in them, and then they have to add weight in the front because the motor's further back or whatever. So we took that into account. We moved the motor where we think it's going to work best, so we don't have to hopefully add too much weight.
We'll see what the future holds.
Yeah. Hopefully 5 seconds.
Yeah,
But I don't think, you know what? I don't think they're going to run a lot of quarter mile with it.
You think it's gonna be
I
like
think they're going to run most eighth mile, like Pro Boost, Pro Mod.
That's the class to go nowadays. I mean, the motors last longer.
Oh yeah, eighth mile. That last eighth mile of the quarter mile is hard on stuff.
Yeah.
He's got this stuff on a computer. I was gonna type in some stuff, but I don't want to show him any of my wiring secrets. I just came over here and Chew was sleeping. I had to wake him up. If you guys have any questions for Chew on the wiring or what he wires, or if he's available to wire your stuff or anything like that, put it in the comments below. I'm sure he'll look at the comments and he can reply to any questions you guys have on whatever you got, huh, Chew?
Yeah.
Answer pretty much anything.
Pretty much everything.
You can answer any questions I got.
And whatever it doesn't, we'll look for it.
Do you think we went to the moon?
What?
You think we went to the moon or no? You think it's fake?
I think we do.
You think it happened?
Yeah. Why not?
That's factual or no?
I think there is.
All right.
We're trying to go to the moon with this. If we put some wings.
Oh man. And if there's anything on this car that you guys see that you need, we have a ton of parts in stock. I'll show you the room here right now. all those parts we haven't stopped. We pretty much have enough parts here to build an entire car, minus wheels, tires, and rear end. Everything else we have, all titanium, splines, steering shafts, steering extensions, steering wheels, pedals, all these pedals. Everything you see on this car we make in-house, and a lot of it we sell as a product. So CO2 bottles, drive shaft enclosures, parachute handles, on-off switches, batteries. We sell the Braille batteries. We're a dealer for Fuel Tech, Strange, pretty much anything. If you guys need something for a race car, we have it here or we can get it. So give us a call, give Corky a call, and he'll get you hooked up. He's been in this business for like 40 years, I think. So he's pretty knowledgeable with just about everything. And if he can't find it, ask Chew. Chew will get it if he's not sleeping. How much do you think the wiring weighs in this car?
Not
Like
much.
all the wiring,
Not
no
much.
electronics, just the wire.
Not much. These cables are pretty light. Very light.
Pretty light.
So I don't think you have in many race car, honestly. Like as long as you don't have a big ass fuse box like that, then
Nothing
you
crazy.
know, like with a piece of metal or something, you guys are using very thin sheet
Yeah.
metal, so
Mm-hmm.
shouldn't be much. And then those new speed wires, they're beautiful. They're small, they work. They're a little pricey, but
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice.
got the lights
For a
and
car
everything.
like this, it's worth
yeah,
spending the money.
Definitely.
But I was wondering, we pulled the wiring out of the Minion, the old wiring that was in there.
But that's original cars.
80 pounds of wiring they had in
Yeah.
there. Yeah, but they had like 4 or 5 harnesses,
Yeah,
I think,
but
put
remember,
together.
They have a lot of electrical tape. They have all basically of the car. Now it's gonna be a full car. So now it's gonna,
Yeah,
I would say, 20 pounds at most. Or
yeah,
15.
yeah. So he'll save 50 pounds just on the wiring, probably,
Yep.
and you'll actually be able to tell what's going on. It won't be
Yeah.
6 wiring harnesses put together.
Oh yeah. And everything has a number. Everything has a name. So everything is very flexible to see.
I would say wiring, personally, is one of the biggest things you don't want to skimp on, because if the wiring's messed up, it is impossible to trace something down sometimes. You don't want to have to be tracing down a wiring problem at the racetrack. It's tough to get them figured out.
Yeah, that's what the splice, everything like that has to be at a certain point that something like that you can get to it. Even though you might have to open a little bit, but if you do it from the get-go, you do it right, you shouldn't be a reason to really open anything. Usually it's going to be a problem in the load, which could be a fuel pump, it could be a water pump, anything like that. But with these new fuse boxes, then the most common problem, it could be something actually, maybe they kick something, they hit it with a tool, or, anything could happen on a race car in our reality.
Oh yeah.
So we got to be open-minded in that. Some people just go crazy thinking, oh, what's the problem? What's the problem? It was something actually they did.
Yeah,
Or
super
something
minor.
that very simple. It could be a bad battery. It could be a bad relay. It could be anything.
Yeah, Justin actually had a problem the last race or the race before, where the car shut off on him, and it was just a plug came loose. That was
Yeah,
it.
I mean,
They took it to
remember-
Modern got it found. And definitely running a car like this, I mean, any of them, Pro Mods or any car of this caliber, you need a few people to help you. You're not going to go out to the track by yourself and check the tire pressure and jump in this thing and make a pass, 2 cars back. You need a few people, a team, and you need the same people preferably that do the same thing. Like you said, one guy only checks a tire, one guy fills it with fuel. And these cars, nut and bolt them, I mean, every pass, or every race, every weekend or whatever, nut and bolt them, just make sure nothing's falling off them. Like he said, they rattle a lot, shake a lot, and especially the big tire cars, they shake a lot. So, all right, everyone, that's it for this video. I just wanted to give you guys an update on the Scion and show you the wiring, let Chew do some explaining on what he's doing. We're about to get out of here. It's Saturday, it's almost 4:30. He's got to go on vacation. I'll give you guys an update in like a week or so, right before it goes to Mike's for the wrap. We'll put the body on it, do all that other stuff. So I'll give you guys an update then, and then the next video after that, we'll be firing it up. So it should be pretty exciting here in a few weeks or so.
Yes, sir.
So Chew will be back, and we'll get him finishing this thing up.